So I've been vegan for 23 years. When I was 15 years old, I went on a fishing trip and just watched some children having fun killing these fish and like really being brutal. And the whole thing just horrified me, and from that day on, I couldn't eat another animal. I just couldn't stand the thought of eating animals after that. When I was younger, I was very involved in SAFE and very active and involved in a lot of protests and organising. I guess as I got older, I sort of got caught up in the music industry and things. Once I had a child, I realised that it was more important to me to be doing something really proactive every day. Yeah. Even though obviously music's important, it didn't feel urgent enough for like the current situation in the planet. So I knew I wanted to be doing something involved with veganism or food. So to start a Grater Goods, it seemed like the natural thing to do at this point in my life. So it's been a fun adventure. I've always been super into cooking, but I've been travelling around a lot, and with my music I was always on tour, so I never had a fixed kitchen to kind of experiment with. So when we moved back to Christchurch 5 years ago, I started to get really more into the domestic thing and just playing around and experimenting. And I'd always been interested in food, but as I say, I'd never been able to commit. So it was really fun to be able to properly delve deep and get really geeky about food and the way that it's constructed and the amazing world of plants and what you can do with them. I started a little lunchbox business delivering vegan lunchboxes to schools, but that had a few challenges. Schools weren't really keen on supporting healthy food options as much as I'd hoped, and it was a little disillusioning. So I decided to go into vegan meats because that was what I was really getting excited about more than the kids' food side of things. Once you're passionate about something and decide to do it, it sort of falls into place. I'm from a long line of butchers, and it felt like a really modern way to sort of subvert the idea of what a butchery can be and sort of change the karma of my family line as well by just completely switching. And I recognise for flexitarians and for people trying to cut down and trying to change towards a vegan lifestyle how important meat substitutes are, and that so much of it is really very lab focused at the moment. And so I really wanted to show people that there is handmade, organic, beautiful vegan meats available, and it's a totally doable thing. So that's what we specialise in, but we're also exploring vegan cheeses, vegan ready meals, all sorts of things like that. So we really are trying to expand what we do here. But we started with a little hole-in-the-wall kitchen and just started making a few vegan meats for friends and a few people in the area, and it's just very organically grown. And about halfway through the year we took over the larger space in here so that we could have more people dining in. So we set up in an industrial zone. We've got all the local mechanics and things coming in, really unlikely people. Certainly when Game Changers first came out, we had, for about a month, we had a huge boom of fitness and men coming through the door and saying, well, I've just changed, I'm vegan now, I've just watched Game Changers and now I'm vegan, kind of thing. It was incredible. Anecdotally, it was amazing to see. It's been really female focused for a really long time. And it's been kind of a fringe thing. I think right now is when it's booming and everyone's getting involved, and I think the idea of what vegan is changing. So it's important to have spaces that reflect that and where everyone feels welcome. So ultimately, I just want people to eat fewer animals. Obviously, there's a lot of sides to that, and Yusuf and I really firmly believe that the future is inviting everyone into the vegan space. Yes, my darling.
How much it costs?
Yeah, are you helping Papa? How much is it? Oh, that's an expensive burger.
Certainly passing on your love of cooking. That's a really good message.
Yeah, she loves it, and she's actually a really great cook.
Aww.
She's my favourite sous chef to work with.
Brilliant.
I'm inspired by people walking in the door and saying, I can't believe this isn't meat, or this is delicious, I didn't know vegan food could taste like this. I'm inspired by people coming and going, I'd like to cut down on meat, I don't know how. I'm really inspired by that, and I'm super inspired by the breadth of people that are saying stuff like that now. It's amazing to see.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it really shows all the hard work that activists have done over the years is really paying off.
Definitely.
Yeah. The way that we can fix this planet and the way that we can save animals is really to choose activism across the breadth of forms of activism. We need vegan eateries, we need vegan big business, we need people with placards, and we need people making documentaries, all of that needs to happen. All of that needs to be done by the people that fit into those boxes in order for change to really happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we're going to see change.